Good evening. You're watching Fiji Today News. I'm Sarah Fatafeh. Attorney General and Minister for Justice Aiyaz Sayed-Khaiyum this morning presented to the diplomatic corps here in Fiji the electoral steps taken by the government towards the September 2014 elections.
The Attorney General, who was joined by the Solicitor General Christopher Pride this morning, explained on the various key electoral reforms implemented by government so far, as well as the implementation of electronic voter registrations before the 2014 elections. Led by the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, the Papua New Guinea High Commissioner to Fiji, Peter Ierfare, the various diplomatic mission heads and representatives were given an insight into these electoral reforms, including the formulation of a constitution, the consultation for a new constitution, and the various timelines.
In a nutshell, we highlighted again the strategic framework for change that the Prime Minister announced and which we are obviously adhering to. That we are commencing the voter registration from January. The focus is on the economy and infrastructure development for the first 3 years, and then you have the consultations leading up to the formulation of the Constitution. The consultations obviously will commence in September 2012.
The Attorney General reiterated government's commitments towards the 2014 general elections, adding that transparent and accountable processes need to be implemented to reflect voter counts.
And so there were a number of other issues that they asked us questions on in terms of voter awareness, and we highlighted to them that voter awareness and electoral systems obviously will be carried out once a system has been decided through the consultation process. But we do not believe that we should wait until then to carry out the voter registration. The voter registration will commence, so we will be ready. We of course highlighted the fact that it's better to outsource it. It creates also transparency.
The Fijian government has commended the government of the People's Republic of China for its assistance towards the development of the media sector in the country. This was after the Chinese ambassador, His Excellency Hu Yong, handed over a wide range of equipment to the government this morning.
The equipment was handed over to the Permanent Secretary for the Prime Minister's Office, Colonel Pio Tikunduandua. The consignment includes notebook computers, digital cameras, television sets and desktop computers. His Excellency Huang Yong hoped that his equipment will be more instrumental to all the recipients.
Today, the commitment will be honored and fulfilled. It is my sincere hope that the camera and computers could be instrumental for all the recipients in facilitating the work and improving performance of your good officers.
In response, the Permanent Secretary for the Prime Minister's Office, Colonel Pio Tikunduandua, commended the Chinese government for the frequent and the productive exchange and the cooperation in the field of culture and media.
Thank you, Excellency. Yeah.
The office and media equipment handed over this morning were from the Department of Publicity of the Chinese Communist Party.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama today co-chaired a high-level of meeting at the United Nations addressing desertification, land degradation and drought in the context of sustainable development and poverty eradication. The Prime Minister was accompanied by the Minister for Primary Industries, Choketani Dokanasinga, at the meeting in the United Nations headquarters in New York.
In delivering Fiji's statement to the high-level meeting this morning, Commodore Voreqe Bainimarama said that the world would not achieve its internationally agreed development goals, including the Millennium Development Goals, without addressing the issues of land degradation, drought and desertification. He said that countries must focus on land use with emphasis placed on integrated water resource management, coastal use planning and reforestation. The Prime Minister added that nations must prioritize sustainable land use, agriculture and food security as cornerstones of the green economy for reasons of poverty eradication and sustainable development. The Fiji statement by the Prime Minister called for the donor community and the United Nations system to continue to address these needs, to strengthen scientific capacity to understand and monitor, and to set a target of zero net land degradation as a sustainable development target. The high-level meeting was organized into two panels. The afternoon panel was co-chaired by the Prime Minister of Fiji and the President of Austria, Mr. Heinz Fischer. The purpose of the meeting at the UN level is to raise awareness about desertification, land degradation and drought at the highest political level, to reaffirm the fulfillment of all commitments to the Convention and its 10-year strategic plan and framework.
We'll take a break now. Coming up next, brand new shelter for female market vendors.